Hello everybody and welcome back. I am Zinc once again, for those of you if you still don't know my name. I have some apologies to make though. The last two videos were not up to my standard that I want to set on my channel, so I apologize. The first video I had, there's no excuses. It's going to be better from now on, I promise. So let's get into it though. Last time we had just gotten a bunch of new contracts. I actually came back and took the time to kind of look over those contracts, and I kind of got a general idea of how I want to do this. So, all right, let me just go over the contracts real quick though. So let's go into the contracts. All right, so we have to test 2 parachutes in flight over Kerbin. This one is a lower orbit, higher speed, so it should be easy to hit. I figure we have to do this one first. It's got a higher orbit or altitude that we have to do it at, and I figure if we're hitting the lowest speed on this one at about 7,500, that should be the best for getting both of those at the same time. I mean, we can do that on re-entry or whatever. Or actually, I have a cool idea, but I'll talk to you about that later. Then we have a few engines here. We have 2 boosters. One is landed, so we have to use this booster while we are landed. And then we have to go use this booster when we're at this altitude, which shouldn't be too bad. We can do that. Let me see. I have to figure out when I'm going to use that engine though, because I didn't actually write that down. I was considering using it in my idea, but it's not going to work. And then we have this coupler. I want to actually, I figured if we're flying with one vehicle and then we have another vehicle, we can drop it off at the right height and do both of these at the same time, as well as doing this coupler. So it'll fly and land quicker, and we can actually probably get more science that way too. It's kind of a risky idea because that means I have one rocket flying and I have to make quick maneuvers with the other rocket. So I want to do that though. I want to try it. I think we can do it. We're a team. We're a team at this. We can do anything if we put our minds to it. So all right, and we have plenty of money. I think we can handle it. And then we have to do radial mount liquid engine, which, let me see, go to this. We do actually do it at a relatively low height, so I probably have a final stage that doesn't have any of these engines in it, just to mess with the orbit and for re-entry. But I kind of want to keep the things on the rocket. See, the thing is, if you drop something off the rocket, you cannot recover it, and you won't get your points back for it. You won't get your money and all that. Everything just goes to waste. So I kind of want, I don't know if I'm going to regret dropping these things off, but I don't know if I'm going to even go through the trouble of trying to keep them by attaching like a capsule onto them. See, that's the thing. You can switch to a capsule and you can recover a capsule. So if all of those engines were attached to a capsule, then I could recover it, but I can't. It's too much work to do that. So besides, we already have 2 capsules going. I don't want to have to mess with like 3 or 4. It's not worth it. All right, let me just go into, and the last one's orbit. So I think we are ready to build. Deadline never. We got it. We got this. All right, and we don't have enough science to research anything else, so we got what we got right here. So first we need our command pod. Gonna put that up here, and then I guess we're gonna put a parachute onto it. I guess we could just use the parachutes on the re-entry of this one, but I just kind of want to do the other idea because it's challenging, honestly. All right, so let's put this on the side. Oh, that's wrong. Let's put this on the side, not with the hatch. Opposite of the hatch. Do angle snap. Alright, that looks good. And then let's zoom out a little bit. Give ourselves an engine. So we need our final stage to be more of a smaller engine. So I might actually use these radial engines. Actually, me see. Their thrust is pretty significant. 2 of them would be too great. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this engine because it's really the only feasible engine. Maybe, how big is this one? Yeah, that's a better one. All right, so we're gonna give it this fuel tank and this engine for the final stage. Maybe I should make it a little bit bigger. Let me just give it this fuel tank. All right, and we are already $3,000 in debt. I think we can handle this. We won't have any problems. All right, so we need to use the RT10 boosters last. So what are the RT10 boosters? RT10. All right, these ones are going to be our last ones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some decouplers, and since we have them for this, we can use them. I don't know if we actually, I can't remember if we got them or not, but let's put a few of these. Actually, let me just do two boosters right on the sides. All right, and those will lift us up. Maybe lower those a bit. There we go. And then we have to use the solid fuel booster landed, and the radial boosters would be the next stage. So let's put a couple on the bottom, and we're gonna mess with the whole staging thing after we put all the pieces together, because this is how your rocket stages. When you hit spacebar, one of these, the last stage on the list, will go off. So this is the last stage, which would at this current moment just be boosters. So these would go off, and then this would decouple, and these would decouple. That's what these are. And then finally, the last stage here would set this rocket here off, and the parachute would activate. So you can add new ones by hitting these plus and minus buttons. Actually, I guess I'll just do this right here real quick. We want that parachute to go off last, of course, because that's when we're coming back down. And you know what? I might actually put a couple of these parachutes on here. They're kind of big though, bulky parachutes. Put them at the top because we want this thing to land engine first. Or we could put at, let's put it at the top. I was gonna say we could put it at the bottom, but the problem with doing that is I'm not sure how to land. It might land nose first, and we definitely don't want this to explode. So let's make sure it lands bottom first. And then, alright, so that's basically everything for that top part. Anyways, let's go back over here and look at our engines. We have to have the radial engines for this mission. So let's get one of those. And they're going to need fuel. So let's give them... That's the biggest one. Oh, no, we have one right here. Use this one. And put these on the side. There we go. Will that be enough? Let's do this. Let's put 2 of these on here. And let's grab these engines. Let's see if we can do 4. That should give us some boost. Although this is getting long, so I guess we're gonna have to cut this off real quick here. Alright, and so at landed we have to do the other fuel boosters, the BACC, these ones right here. So we're gonna need a bunch of these, and I guess what we can do is set them up so they're on the very bottom, and they're like this. And then, yeah, you know what? We have to decouple them though. Gotta decouple them because they're just too much to leave on there. So let's put it like this, and then we can put the engines on there like this, and then we can decouple them. So do we have fuel lines yet? We don't. Alright, I was gonna say we could do a trick. I can't remember what it was called, but it would help us, but we can't do it yet until we get those fuel lines. Anyways, I think that's it. Oh yes, and then of course we have to put the other capsule on here. So let's do this. You ready for the magic? Put it right here. Or maybe Let's see, what stage is it going to be on? Alright, so what would really happen here is these would go off, and then these engines would go off, and then either after these engines were done or whatever, we would drop the capsule off. So let's have this down here closer to the bottom, because we want to be able to drop this thing off and not hit anything. We might take out an engine. It would, in which case we'd have to be quick, and we have to turn that engine off to stabilize it, just in case. But let's put this on here. I hope we can do this. Actually, I'm not even sure we can do this. All right, there we go. And no, please go on here. It's not even going on the side of this thing. Huh, that's weird. Maybe if I do this. You know what? It's not even letting me do nothing with this. I could put it on one of these. I really want to do that so bad. You guys don't even know. You do not even know. What can we do here? I want to be able to send this off the side, because that just sounds like a cool idea to me. I could just put a little fuel booster on here. It doesn't even cost much. 320. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'll put on a fuel booster. Alright, yeah, put this right here. I just put 2 on there, didn't I? Whatever, it's over there. Stability. That's what it's for. And I'll put this on there. And we will never activate that engine, because it's just going to mess us up. And just for no, I shouldn't do that. I was going to say, for stability's sake, we should put something of weight over here, because this is going to make our spacecraft fly all conky wampus. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants a conky wampus spaceship. But I think that covers everything. Oh, you know, actually, let us put our parachutes on here, lest we forget. And right, let me put 2. Oh, you know what? That works, I guess. Put them all up on the sides. They're kind of expensive, though. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Put 1, or actually 2. And it keeps going to 4. Killing me. Urgh. I can't even. I tried to go off the screen and go around it, but it wasn't working. Let's see if I can do it here. Wait. Shh. Oh, I gotta get in between these engines. What a beast! Oh, and it still did it. Oh my gosh, what a failure! All right, let me just do 1 then. I can snap it. Worst case scenario. And then let me get another one and put it over here. And that looks about right. So let's do the staging process. So these ones are first. Alright, so it's these 3 engines, and this one are these 2. And then that right here, this one is that engine. So that one is gonna go off all but on its lonesome. So we're just gonna put it up here, number 0. Because it's not even going to be activated. And we can just go ahead and take these parachutes here and do the same thing. And we're going to find them on the side. So they're these 2 things. Take them and put them up here. And then we can mess around with the rest of that stuff while it's in orbit. And then this one is right here, so we're going to move that one up too. Alright, so these engines go off, and then these things have to decouple. So that's another stage all by itself. And then once that's done, then these engines are going to go off. So let me just put those all by themselves after that stage. Alright, all 4 of those engines. And then after that one, those go off, this is going to decouple. So let's put that all by itself. And then once that couples, this engine will go off. Or actually, not at that engine. These engines will go off. So right here, we're going to put these engines. Take both these engines, put them right there. And then after that, they decouple off the sides. And then that engine activates. And then we got our parachutes and everything is hunky-dory. What is this one? Oh, you know what? That's those decouples. And we want that to happen after these engines. So we are going to put that, where is it? Right here. Yeah, these two. We're going to put it in their own thing. And then we're going to move it up here. And we're going to put it right afterwards. So once we reach our altitude, we can do that one. So, alright. I think we're ready. Let's do this. Actually, let's set our Kerbals. Our Kerbals. We have to have one in one seat, and we have to have another in the other seat. So we can actually do some stuff. And actually, speaking of doing stuff, let's put some science on here. Let's see. Rod, sir. My man. First mission. I'm sorry, Bill and Bob. You're going to have to wait. It's not your turn yet. This is a young prospect, and we think he has a bright future in the R&D industry. Mission flag. You see it right there, R&D. But let's put some science on here, because, you know, we got that thing up there. And we have no science. So let's put two of these right here. Or one. Let me change that. Two of these right here. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Except not 4. Killing me with that. Let me just zoom out here a little bit. That should help me. I got it. This is it right here. There we go. It's set. So we got all of our stuff. That's actually kind of clipping, and I don't want that. So let me just put it. I gotta double it though, just to even it out. I guess I have to put it right here. That's still gonna make our ship kind of move, but I think we can handle it. And we'll take all of the fuel out of here, just to make it light. So you can do that if you right click them, you can take the fuel out. Like, say you don't want to use the boosters for very long, you could take some fuel out. But anyways, let's go, because we got everything set. It's go time. Time warp times 1. All right. And we're gonna bring our thruster all the way up here by hitting shift, just for when we get to that point. All right. So before we go, first thing we're going to do is activate these engines. That's our first mission, is just activate these missions at launch. And I think, let's see, one of them we already show a bunch of checks right here. These fuel boosters. Activate them right here. And then once we hit 4,900 feet, we're going to activate the Mark 55 radial engines, which is the next stage right here. So let's go. And what speed do we have to be going? 420. 400. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to have a major incident here. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, no. All right. Revert flight. Revert to vehicle assembly, because we don't want a man to die here. But that was what happens when you do this. So I guess I'm going to have to even this out a bit. Put 2. I don't know why I messed with this at all. I said I had a whole conundrum with this, and now I'm back to it. Ugh. Alright. You know what? I didn't even put 2. Killing myself here. Killing myself. Alright, and then we're just going to Alt and hit this, left click this, and it will give us another one, and we're going to change this to 1. And we're going to put it right here on the other side, just to even it out. And that should do it. Let me see, do we have RCS? No RCS. Alright. And that one will not have a crew member in it. So let me go ahead and put Rodster back over here. Command pod Mark 1. And we gotta make sure all these things, I think they're just all up here with this one. Alright. Oh, so I guess we could put somebody in there. Have to activate those chutes because it's on there anyways. So let's go into launch. And let's see how this goes. Let's launch.